people, still here. IKTV, how we doing, Vincy? And I bounced upon one of our local stars. Matter of fact, you know what? Even if a star. Some of us bigger than stars, you know, we like comets. I heard Kanye West say that. So I say I like that, you know what I mean? He ain't a star, he's like a comet.
Well, you see, everybody have a place on this earth, so, you know, I will take that.
You dig? So, brethren, today we talking about Constitution reform. We just want to come on the streets, you know what I mean? IKTV, how we doing, Vincent? Just ask people's opinion, you know, get a little pause on their feelings, their views, the yes and no's or whatever, you know what I mean? So, Scorpion, you know what I mean? What is your view or your opinion on the whole constitutional reform and 30 years of independence?
Okay. Well, we deal with the 30 years of independence first. Well, I was born around that time, you know, so.
Oh, yeah? You one of them volcano babies?
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's why I'm so bright. And I can be called a comet because all the planets out there have fire with them.
Fire,
that's why we can live on them. But really and truly, I mean, I want to congratulate St. Vincent first and foremost for 30 years of independence, and we're moving forward with respect to the Constitution and everything. That shows that we could have a mind of our own and we can rule our people, you know what I mean, and make the rules that govern us appropriate for us so that we can live in peace and harmony. And you know, so I'm just, if you notice, I'm flowing into the Constitution.
Yeah, man, no, you know.
Right, and also I just wanna congratulate all the persons in terms of the effort that they would have put in over the 30 years to help St. Vincent a better place, whether it be education, sports, culture, whatever. The farmers, you know what I mean, everybody who have put a little bit to make it full, you know what I mean, because it's you heard of the saying, one full of basket. So everybody make a contribution. You see, we kind of achievement we can get if everybody decide to put a little effort and a muscle and everything. So for this 30 years of independence, which I call the mature stage in life. St. Vincent is maturing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And as I said, we just need to come together and think about and reflect, for the past 30 years and see where we came from and where we are really going as a people and thing, and come together as a people, stop all this killing and this petty jealousy, all this political tear down, and come together,
Concentrate on nation building.
Right, so now, this is where I think the Constitution is playing a very important role. Let's not just say yes because it's for party and no because of party. Let's review this properly. And see, is this benefiting us as a nation, whether it be opposition, Green Party, PMC, Labour. Right. Come together. Let's just stop jumping on the wagon and make divisions, unnecessary divisions. Right. This is how I see it. A constitution is something that we sit down and review about how we're gonna move forward as a nation. This is how I see it. This is my own little take of it.
Right.
Now, if you want to go on the, you want to get the leaflet or the booklet what they have produced and read about, the fine tales of the Constitution, fine. But what I'm saying, think about it as this: is the Constitution gonna benefit our children in the future, who's coming up, or it just, that's how we have to think about it. We cannot think about ourselves now at the present moment because things happen later down. That's when we start to see progress later down. So that's how we have to look at it. 30 years of independence and now we have the Constitution in here. So your decision is voting yes or no. Read it for yourself.
Read it for yourself. Well, this is I have been saying that it's a more individual thing. So I agree with a lot of what you're saying there, as in I ask myself, not what my country could do for me, but what I could do for my country. I think those are the words of Abraham Lincoln, but George Washington. I can't remember who exactly, but it's something I seriously believe in.
If you listen to what I was saying earlier, if all of us come and make a contribution,
of course,
that is Constitution. That is Constitution, So we just need to just come off the surface, brethren, and start to think deeper.
I hear you, brethren.
When I realize when you listen to some of the big man them, and I'm not gonna say which sides there, but when you hear some of the statements and comments they made, you wondering, these are the people that we want to lead us.
I hear you.
They make some statements that just come off of them head because it's political. motivated. You know what I mean? We need to move over from Nigeria. Trust me, because we have young people following. You know what I mean?
And paying attention and listening and expecting us to open doors and lead the way for them.
So I want to big up the current government for taking this bold step in terms of putting out the constitution for the people, because they didn't go in a corner and sit down and say rare boom boom. They're telling the people, this is what we put for as a nation. You know what I mean? And I, as I said, we could go in. This is a long debate, you know what I mean? But I just want to say to all my Vincy people out there, this is 30 years of independence. You know what I mean? As long as God give you breath and strength, you know what I mean, do something for a nation, because when you're on the dead bed, you're gonna reflect on all the things that you have not done. So I'm just saying, do it now, today, for your kids tomorrow.
I hear you, my brother. Give thanks, seg3, Scorpion. Enough love and strength to you. All the best. You know what I mean? Local. How you doing?
Will it be a bay, a ginger or soda water, you know what I mean?
Natural blend. Give thanks again. Right, so this is seg3, all about you. We just had opinion, very long-winded Scorpion, you know what I mean? The artist, which we give thanks for his opinion on the matter. So we're still here in the depths of Kingstown, trying to get the street views on the Constitution. Good afternoon, ladies. How y'all doing? Constitution, I know you're a bit young, but do you have an opinion? What do you think about it?
Well, I don't really know if the Constitution is really telling the truth, so I don't really know what to say about it. But for the referendum, I would vote no.
Just like that. So what do you mean you don't know if it's telling the truth? What do you mean? As in, I don't understand what you mean. Explain.
Like the laws. Hey, this is why I don't really like it. The part about the Queen. If you're removing the Queen as the head of state, I think you should remove her face from the currency as well.
Oh, I see. And that's a strong opinion there.
Yeah.
So you figure if we remove the Queen, then we might end up stemming away from the OECS and the EC dollar.
Exactly, which stem more independence for the country.
So who we should put on the new money? Chateau?
I don't really know.
All right, young lady, thanks a lot. Have a good evening. Yeah, all right. That was a young one who's not really able to vote, but you see, she's still a bit confused. Said if she could vote, she would be voting no. So we have to, because they're the ones in a few years who will be rising up and having things to say, right? So, it's seg3, all about you and everybody else. So that's why we're stopping.